Well, hey guys, what's going on? Hope everybody's having a great day. What a day it has been. I tell you what, Mondays from now on, man, I'll tell you, there are some tough days at work. Anyway, welcome back to In the Blind with Daddy Doug. Listen, we're just gonna be talking about anything and everything tonight. So again, those of y'all in chat, come in, say hello, tell me who you are, where you're from, that if you're new to here. If not, we'll let the chat run the show and get some questions maybe asked or answered or talk about some things. Who knows what we're going to end up doing? Anyway, uh, in the blind is always brought to you by Salt Creek Custom Ammunition, True Lock Choke Tubes, Biscuit Built 3D, and of course Heyday Outdoors. Uh, Hope everybody had a great weekend. I did. Uh, didn't do a whole lot of anything, just kind of goofed around. I ended up having to work Friday, which is no big deal, and a half a day Saturday, and kind of goofed around, worked in the yard just a tad bit, and did some things like that, and well, that was about it. Just good, had a work weekend, but it was still a good weekend. Anywho, um, I see I got two of y'all in the house. Come, get up here and tell me who you are. I know who I'm talking to. uh, those of y'all that are in here also, if you like what you see, do me a huge favor and and give me a thumbs up. Doug, what's going on? What's going on in your world, man? How's the weather up there? What's going on? You seeing any ducks returning? See any starting to nest? What you got going on up there? I don't know if y'all have been following the trail cam on the shorts, but I had a nice fat doe come out on me the other night. Um, to me, she looked like she was expecting. She was hefty for this time of year. So, uh, I do know that around here that some of the does they'll start fawning out in late or mid June. They've been pregnant up into June around here or down here. So, but majority of them have already fawned out. But you can get a couple of them that are running late. If you haven't seen the video, go look at it and tell me what you think. You think she looks pregnant to y'all or what? Let's see here. Finally got some sun up here. Good deal. Ducks are everywhere, thick. That's good. Walleye season opens up Saturday. Got the boat and the bike ready for the long weekend. That's definitely a thick duck. Yeah, um she like I said, most of them have already fawned out this time of year down here, down in the south. But occasionally we do have some that go into June, and um, you know, I'm not a deer expert, but she looked healthy. I did show this video before I posted. I did show it to somebody and to ask them what they thought. And the only word they commented back to me on a text message was hamburger. That was it. That was the only that was the only comment I got from him about the whole deal. It looks like hamburger to me. Okay, I agree. I agree. Let's see here. I gotta fix this. There we go. Yeah, we've been getting some rain off and on here. It's cloudy right now. May get a chance later tonight of rain. We need it. We need it bad. It's dry down here. We had a little bit. Could use a lot more. Get the rivers back up. so we can get in. You can barely float a boat in some of the rivers down here right now. Some of the smaller rivers. I'd like to. I'm hoping to see what happens this weekend. I know that we're getting the grandbaby this weekend, so I'm see what's going to go on with that. I may get a chance to go work the dog, or maybe do a little fishing. All depends. All depends on what we're going to do for the grandbaby. Charles, what's going on, buddy? How's everything in your neck of the woods? Y'all getting any of this rain? Don't. Have you heard from Charles? Have you heard from Craig lately? I saw where a couple times he's posted some stuff, but I haven't had a chance to talk to him. Need to get up there and a little bit. Okay, a little bit of rain. Mark J, what's going on, buddy? How you been? Yeah, it's we've been. I mean, it's going here. I mean, I can't complain. I just wish I could get out in the woods a little bit more. Yeah, I think he tagged. I saw a post where he said he tagged out. I have not. I didn't even go this year. A lot of reasons, but I am getting. I have another trail cam on another piece of property that my brother-in-law runs, and he keeps up with it, and he's been getting a lot of birds. A lot of birds. I'll try to get some of those pictures and post them up that my brother-in-law sends me. But he's got some good birds this year in his area. Oh goodness. What else is going on? Y'all talk to me tonight. Y'all help me tonight and come up with something to talk about. It doesn't. I mean, it's been one thing after another. I do know that there's still talk going on about opening up some NWRs and some federal lands and whatnot to hunting, not just waterfowl, but to big game and that kind of thing. And there's still some talk going on. So, but I have not seen anything that is going to open up any additional waterfowl areas as of yet. I'm quite sure they're going to wait till it gets closer to duck season before they start talking about it. Well, hello, Bougie. Decided to come in here. You hunted 3 times, saw good numbers of birds. And Ty, what's going on, buddy? I'm glad you could make it tonight, bud. Yeah, Doug, I have never in my life been walleye fishing. I've never even eaten one, so I have no idea. People tell me it's good eating. I have never eaten them. I've never fished for them. Never eaten. Like to like to do that one day. I just don't want to be sitting on an ice float while I'm doing it. I just don't. I just don't want to be sitting. I just don't want to ice fish. Unless I got a big old shed that I can get in there. So what's going on with you, Mark? Anything good besides work? Everybody's doing good. I did have an uncle that passed away the night before last. I actually found out about it yesterday. Um, if I got a, I just found out about, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes before I came on tonight, just found out when the funeral is. So I may be taking some time off to do that this week. Um, but he was a good man. He outdoorsman. Um, him and another uncle of mine, his brother, and my dad used to hunt back in the day. And Harvey was a really big deer hunter, and back in the day, and uh, he's going to be missed. He's one of those, that taught you a lot about the woods and woodsmanship and what to look for and how to do things. One heck of a mechanic. That that trait didn't work out. Didn't work for me. I did not gain any of that mechanical traits from my family. Just working, Mark. Yeah, Charles, I heard that. Well, actually, I saw it. Yeah, Ted Turner passed away. Um, he did. He had a really nice plantation in Georgetown at one time. Um, I think at one time he owned half of Hilton Head and Beaufort. Um, and for those of y'all who don't know, Ted Turner is the one that he owned the Braves at one time. He also started and owned CNN back when CNN was uh, an actual news agency. Um, and Ted Turner was a total scumbag. I digress on it. Uh, he may have been, but I don't talk ill of the dead, so you know that. Um, just not in my nature to do it. Um, but he owned, like I said, he owned CNN, the Braves. He owned a great plantation at one time in Georgetown. I think, like I said, I think he owned at one time. He owned half of Hilton Head and Beaufort. Um, he did mess up. I will say that he messed up and married that woman, uh, Jane Fonda. Um, so yeah, I know he messed up on that one, but then he had Turner Network, TNN, um, which came out with some pretty good movies. I think he was very influential in getting the movie industry into Georgia. If y'all have ever watched of Gods and Generals, that would have been Civil War movie. It had, you know, General Robert E. Lee, and Grant, and all the generals, both the North and the South, when they fought at Gettysburg. I think that was part of his. He had some cameos in those movies. Um, you know, I don't know what he was like personally. Never met the man. I have no clue. Let's see here. What else? But like I said, getting back to my uncle, yeah, we're gonna have a funeral this week sometime. Probably Wednesday, so I'll probably be a little tied up on that. Got to let my bosses know, and take a day off. You don't want to do a dive on him. Be very happy you don't know. And again, I'm not going to do a dive on the guy. Him. I know of him, of being a very wealthy man and owned a bunch of stuff. That's about all I know. It's about all I care to know. I don't want to do a deep dive on him. I have no desire to. Oh. But Anti, you've known me long enough. You know I don't speak ill of the dead. What else, man? Y'all come on, talk to me. Tell me what is going on. Pick a topic. Oh, I would. Speaking of the NWRs, I personally would like to see some of them open. Not all of them. I don't think all of them need to be open. I don't think they all need to be, or the ones that do open need to be wide open. Um. Uh. Hang on. Yeah, let's go to that. Anti. Have you ever stuffed duck with bacon and wrapped same ducks in bacon and cooking them? I have never stuffed them with bacon. I have stuffed them with a sausage. I've stuffed them with a sausage and kind of give them it's kind of like for lack of better words, it's kind of like a pot roast duck. You'll take a whole duck, you'll put some sausage in it. Um, when I say sausage, like a you're like a breakfast sausage, not a flavored, just a smoked flavored sausage. Put that in there. You can use andouille. You could probably use boudin. Boudin would probably work as well. Put it in your pot with a little bit of oil, kind of brown it a little bit. Pull all that up, and then start making a gravy, so to speak, and get some button mushrooms put in there. Uh, well, start making your gravy, and then put your ducks back into it. Bring it up to a boil. Let it simmer. And you're going to have to let it simmer for quite some time because you want that wet leg to start to wiggle. When that leg starts to wiggle, then you know that the duck's almost done, and you drop some button mushrooms in there. Add a little kitchen bouquet to darken it up just a tad bit, and let it cook till those mushrooms get done, and serve it over a bed of rice. But as far as stuffing it with bacon and then wrapping it, no, I've never done that. Yeah, I don't know if you ever duck hunted or not, but you're right. He sure had the place for it. Mike Green, what's going on? Leg wiggles matter. Yes. Oh, Mike. Yeah, did you get my message I sent you the other day on that video you did? I was waiting for the joke and it never came, and I'm like, "What? There's no joke. What was this? You were being serious." I'm like, "Man, crap." I didn't know what was going on, man. I was waiting for that joke. I was waiting on the joke. I did. I sat there and I waited and I waited, and I was like, "What?" All right, I gotta. Yeah, I had a hard day. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Like, man, this guy's getting ready to break. After I watched that thing 2 or 3 times before I commented because I thought I might have missed something, and then I realized what you were trying to say, and I'm like, oh man, let me be funny but serious all at the same time. Oh me, oh my. Whew. Excuse me, guys. I hate to yawn on camera, but dadgum, I am a little tired today. Appreciate that, Anti. I need to get that recipe I just gave you. I really need to put that on film one day. I may need to get Mike to come over, hold the camera, and we'll put this on film. Oh, I don't have any whole ducks anymore either. I've done cooked them all. I have to wait next year. But getting back to the NWRs, I would like to see them open up. Like I said, not all the way. And the ones they do open, I don't want them 100% free for all, just certain areas. There's so many ways you can do it. You know, lottery draws, first come, first serve. Oh, it'll be a blast, brother. Oh, I can assure you. I got Scott Schultz, Scott. He comes in here every now and then. He sent me a recipe that I do want to try. And it won't take long to cook that, not at all. We can sit back and eat afterwards. But if I had any whole ducks, yeah, I know exactly. Man, that would be a great video to do. It'd take all day. I mean, you'd be cooking it. It would cook all day because it's a slow cook, pot roast style. Serve it over a bed of rice. Mike, now that turkey season's over with, you done any fishing? Oh, I'm waiting on that. Um, what do y'all think about the NWRs opening up? And let's just keep it to, oh, we'll keep it to anything. Mark, if they opened up more federal lands, federal parks, refuges, that kind of stuff. I know you don't duck hunt, but what about for big game? Are you would that be something you'd be interested in, or is that's or how do you feel about that as far as big game goes? I mean, I personally would like to see them open up more federal lands. I mean, we pay for them; our tax money pays for them. I'd love to get in there and hunt some. And like I said, I know it wouldn't all be for waterfowl. It could be for deer or turkeys or what have you. Um, I think I think maybe doing a little bit of predator trapping that would that would that would do some good, especially for predator trapping, catching predators that are preying on deer, preying on turkeys, that kind of stuff. Let me look something up real quick. Just kind of curious. You'd love to see that. Okay. So we were talking, just now we were talking about, and I wanted to look it up real quick, um, because I was going to go into this because I know Mark is a trapper, and you know, most everybody likes deer meat, and most everybody in here likes to duck hunt. But if those NWRs, federal lands, BLM lands, so forth, if they open more to trapping, um, of course, we can reduce predators for turkeys and ducks and other ground nesting birds. Also, if you open it up for deer hunting, um, I don't think it's what I would call an epidemic, like raccoons and possums and that kind of foxes, squirrels, skunks, those kind of things. They seek out you know ground nesting birds, turkeys, ducks, so forth. But deer will also eat eggs as well. If you didn't know, they will. They're opportunity, well, whatever. Um, Somebody will spell it out, and I still won't be able to pronounce it. Um, Eaters as well, so they will eat bird eggs. So they'll eat turkey eggs. They'll eat duck eggs if they can find them on a ground nest. Deer also, they just don't eat grasses and leaves and corn. They will eat dead fish. They will eat other carrion. They've been known to eat baby ducklings, baby birds that they've found on the ground. So, yeah, yeah. The old bird, the old turkey, and the old duck. I mean, they've got everything going against them. From that word right there, anti opportunist. Opportunist. There we go. Thank you. So, yeah, we have hardly any public land in Illinois. Wow. But yeah, I mean, so for you guys that deer hunt, thank you. You're shooting deer that's eating duck eggs, turkey eggs. Especially if they're looking, they'll eat those eggs if they're looking for protein or calcium or different minerals they can get from eggs. So, yeah, they'll eat them. I don't think there's anything out there that won't try their hand at an egg. Other birds, so forth and so forth. Crows, starlings, they will all go after them. Hang on a minute. I'm going to turn this fan on a little bit more. It gets a little warm up in here. Even though the sun's gone down, the west is that way, right through these windows. And the afternoon sun comes right through here and heats this room up. I should have made my office in the other bedroom and made this into a bedroom because that side is the coolest side of the house. Yes, they have. And what the new ruling is, anti, is in the past on these lands that did offer hunting, they could at any time close them for whatever reason that they deem necessary. Now they have to explain why. In the past, they didn't have to. So now they have to explain why they are closing this down, why they are not having it. For example, an NWR, a National Wildlife Refuge. And I'm just going to pick one here in South Carolina, and I'll pick the Santee National Wildlife Refuge as an example. They do allow some hunting there. They allow some deer hunting. I think they may even allow some turkey hunting. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that at certain times they allow deer hunting. So now with the new ruling, it's open to hunting. But if the managers feel that it wouldn't be productive to waterfowl hunt on this particular piece of property. They have to, in writing, state why. They have to put it in writing as to why. Um, it could be low populations. It could be not enough room. Um, the acreage is not big enough. A lot of whatever, but they got to put it in writing now. Um, so that's what I'm getting at. Um, right now, there are no national wildlife refuges in South Carolina that's open to duck hunting. I do think that there are several that could be opened up, small areas. There would have to be some kind of you know restrictions and regulations put in place, such as like a lottery draw or first come first serve or something of that nature. It's not like the NWR in Arkansas, which is Pheasanthal, which is a huge NWR, and they have a marker. So, and I don't know exactly where it's at or how it's laid out. So, for an example, I do know there's a bridge crosses it somewhere. So anything west of that bridge is NWR. You can't hunt. Anything east, you can hunt. So they could do something like that, and even have it open. Um, doing things like this would not only open up more public opportunities, but would push people away from some of the more congested areas and push them out a little bit. So I I think it's a good idea. Yes, I do believe there needs to be um, some really good thoughts. Sit down and think about this and come up with a game plan. But yeah, what do y'all think? Tell me what y'all's thoughts are on it. I'd like to hear what y'all are saying. Oh, I really do. But that's a good point there, Anti. I like that. I mean, yes, you're 100% correct. And like I said, it's just a way of letting them know, um, of them letting us know why they're closing it. Bougie wants to go back out. So but I'm curious to what y'all think as well. Talk to me. Mike, what do you think? You still here? Because these NWRs, you take the Santee National Wildlife Refuge for example. Um, usually, I think it's usually like mid October. They actually close it completely down, even by water. You can't cross the refuge line by water right now. And then it reopens, I think, sometime in February or March. And then you can go back in there by boat and go in there and fish. So there, I mean, you can. I mean, like I said, the NWR, they're open to hunting and fishing, but I'd like to see some more waterfowl opportunities. Is what I'm getting at. Swan Quarter NWR has special zones in place where you can hunt the shoreline, but no open water. No open water. Oh, okay. See, it'd be tough for Santee to open up because of you can access it by water in a couple of places, um, but on one, the main area, which is right there at Jack's Creek, they have actually have houses that border one side of the refuge, so you'd have to be 300 yards away before you can hunt. Uh, yeah, really. Yeah, anti. I got you. He said it. Paraphrasing it, it's so weird in places like California and other Looneyville. People can just take one step into BLM land with their guns and tell the stadies to off, and they can't do a thing. Yeah, federal property. But that is one. That is a meeting um, that I would love to attend to open up more NWRs to waterfowl hunting. That is a meeting that if I heard about it and knew it was going on in my state, that I would love to be a part of. I'd love to be able to listen, hear, maybe ask some questions, because I just think it would open up a lot more opportunities for the public hunter. And I don't know of any BLM lands, and I could be wrong. Anti, I know that you're sitting right there with your fingers on the keyboard. Um, but are there any BLM lands uh, east of the Mississippi? Um, I don't know of any. I've never heard of any. I don't think there's any in South Carolina, but so I would say anything. I know they're west of the Mississippi. They're out west. Are there any BLM lands in um, east of the Mississippi? Now I know there's some national parks that are east of the Mississippi, and those are included into allowing people to hunt and fish more, opening up more areas for that. Um, NWRs, National Wildlife Refuges. Um, but BLM, is that strictly a Western? Is that strictly Western lands, or are there some on the East Coast, on the, like I said, east of the Mississippi? I don't know. BLM Eastern states. Well, so I guess there is. If that's there. Well, let's see here. It does include South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Florida, Pennsylvania. Mineral rights, scattered parcels, islands, recreation areas, historical sites. I'm looking at this. Gotcha. It gives you a map here. Oh, learn something new every day, brother. You know that? I'm gonna have to look into that. I've hunted BLM land only out west. Well, it's saying we got some, and I'm going to do a little deep dive into that later on and see where there are some BLM lands in South Carolina and find out the regulations. And hey, who knows? Because I never thought of it, to be quite honest with you. And it's a good chance that I've been hunting them and just didn't know it. You know that? Over 99% of the BLM lands, managed lands, are open to hunting, provided you have the required state license and follow local regulations. Hey, we're learning something today, boys. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Yeah, I just didn't know it. You know, I've hunted state forest land. You know, shh, don't tell anyone. um, I've hunted state forest lands. Dove hunts, that kind of stuff. I know friends of mine that have hunted state forest lands for deer hunting and whatnot. Um, but when you think of when I thought of BLM, I always thought of out west. There's millions of acres out there, and that's where I think about it. I don't think about it here on the eastern side. Just don't do it. I just don't think about it. Probably because California is world known for its BLM. Yeah, I think of it. California, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, um, places like that. I think the Dakotas. I think of BLM lands. That's where it to me. That's when I think of it. That's where I think of out west. Hey Charles, when do we have to have our when do the swan permits start coming out again? Is that June or July? You got to keep reminding me, man. I always forget about that one. I don't know. July 1st. Thank you. You got to send me a reminder, brother. Let's see. Uh, I always hunt Montana, Wyoming, Idaho private lands. They honor total freedom and, of course, take great care of them. I've always wanted to get out there. I mean, I've been to Montana. I've been to Idaho. Um, when I was younger, backpacked up there. Um, but I think I'm a little too old and fat, and my knees are tore up for me to go on a long walk for something for a big game. Usually July 1st to September 1st for swans. Okay. Uh, what else? What else y'all got going on, man? I wonder if Mike Green's still in here or he doesn't run off. He's probably doing something with the youngins. Probably running around the house. He probably ran outside to do videos. You're the perfect Hilo Hunter client now. Oh, that'd be great. Yep, just get me in a Hilo, drop me off the top of a mountain. I'll set up. Oh, I got 4 more years, man, and I don't have to get a license anymore in the state of South Carolina. I hate to say I'm waiting on it, but I am. Seeing if I missed anybody. I don't think I did. Is something going on tonight, y'all? Is there a ball game or something going on Monday night? I don't know. See what's happening. I haven't seen Cody. I haven't seen Scott. I haven't, nobody, none of those guys come in tonight. Doug came in here. I don't know if he run off or had something he had to go do. Just kind of hanging out tonight, guys. It's really, I've done beat the, feel like sometimes I've already beat the horse to death. Kind of hoping y'all would come in here and give me some topics, something that y'all saw, something that y'all read about. Be interesting. Well, we did solve, we did learn something today about BLM lands, thanks to Anti and his fast fingers on the keyboard. I know he's sitting up there. I know he's got like 5 computers, or at least 1 computer and 5 screens, and he's got his spy software that nobody can tell where he's at. It keeps rotating him out to different places around the world. RD Reynolds, what's going on, buddy? Glad you could make it. How's Noah doing? Are you out of RD? Are you out of YouTube jail yet? I'm going 8 rounds with a wild Shih Tzu. Just one Atari. What are you over there playing ping pong? A soccer championship. They have those. You're formally converted to a good boy now. Did you ever figure out what you did wrong? Voted Republican. I do that every year, buddy. I do that every year. Well, fellas, we've been here an hour. Uploaded pews to a liberal media site. Oh, I got you. I think it was a link. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've had a couple of those hit me. But guys, we've been here an hour, and that's my time limit on these live streams nowadays. So, listen, I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming out tonight. Don't forget that In the Blind is brought to you by Salt Creek Custom Ammunition, True Lock Choke Tubes, Biscuit Bill 3D, and Heyday Outdoors. Again, thanks for y'all coming in, and we will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365. Y'all have a great night.